2020 census. Um, Molly is a nickname for Mary. I'm going to show you that they are living in Oklahoma during the census. She's an Indian. Her husband is an Indian. They happen to be Osage, but that's in a different record that says that. So I'm going to show you two problems with this census record and show you how I have solved them. So most of the children line up. I would not be worried at all that says 1908 and that says 1907. Most of them are about a year off, and that's okay because depends on when your birthday is and when the census happened. Um, I don't even worry up to 2 years either direction. But look at this one. This one is a problem. Mildred is born in 1901, and this Mildred is born in 1918. So here's the problem. Not really a problem. Here's what you need to do to decide if that's the same person or if that's sisters. It's very common in many places, not so much now, but years and years ago, that if you have a child named Mildred who dies in infancy, that the next daughter who's born will have the same name. However, this is the 1920 census. This baby supposedly was born in 1901, and this sister is supposedly born in 1918. There's no way that both of these things are correct. So which one is incorrect? Is there a Mildred born in 1901 or is there a Mildred born in 1918 to this family? So we're going to check it out. Here's how we're going to check it out. We're going to go up here to the top and we want to view the image. It opens up another tab, and we're going to increase the size. I've already looked at this, so I know that it's near the bottom. Now, I'm going to go back to the source linker and show you something. Their last name really is Papin, but the census record taker heard Patin. That's really important for you to remember is what does it sound like to the census taker. So Patton is totally acceptable for a person whose last name is Papin. But we're going to look for the word Patton, which there it is. Alex, Molly, Franklin, Roosevelt, Irene, Floyd, Gladys, and Mildred, who is a daughter. Who's a female. Now, I've never seen it written like this. That says 19/20. I don't know where they got 20. But if it's a baby, you will often see 1 out of 12 for a month old, or 6 out of 12 for a 6 month old. I don't get the 19/20. Or does that mean she's, what I don't get. And I also don't get with this 19/20 how someone came up with someone born in 1901. Maybe they thought, got to give grace to people. Maybe they thought that this daughter was either 19 or 20. I have never seen a census record taker give, and maybe they have, I just have never noticed that a census taker would say she's either 19 or 20. No, they would say just one number in there. So we're going to take it that she's 19 months old. So we're going to go to the top of this record. And it was taken, other direction. It was taken on the 9th of February, 1920. So what's 19 months before then? We're going to go back over here. And she is born in July, not quite 2 years ago. So I believe that this Mildred and this Mildred are the same person. It just was written in a funky way and then indexed in a funky way. So I'm going to X off her page, and we're going to see those little arrows. I'm going to, on a laptop, you can double click, or on a mouse, you can left click and drag her down here. And that Mildred belongs there. And I'm going to say down here why I'm attaching it, that looking at the actual record, it is apparent that this was a child younger than 2 years old. Whoops, oh my goodness, old. Now, anybody has the option um, of going and checking out that record themselves, right? Over here. Anybody can go look at it. So I'm going to exit off that because I'm finished with it. Now, here's the other problem. Roosevelt is in this family, but this is attached to someone else named Roosevelt. Okay, well, do we need to just detach it because it's attached to the wrong person, or do we need to merge? Those are the two questions here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on his number. It comes up and it says one source. So this is the only source for this person. Now I'm going to click on this number, which copies it. And then by holding down the control number, the control key, and clicking on his name, we're opening up a new tab because I don't want to lose this page yet. So we're going to go over to this Roosevelt. It's his only source. There are the same people in this census record, but look at this. 0 sources, Molly. 0 sources, Mildred. So all the way down, they all have 0 sources except for Roosevelt. So someone took this 1920 census and they made all these new people, but only attached this one to the Roosevelt in the census record. So that tells me that they need to be merged, but that also means that every one of these people in this record need to be merged because they don't have any sources, but they are all belong in this family. Ah, sometimes I wish I could see how many times I have merged someone. So I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to merge by ID and Control V, continue. And if you go down here, you're going to see that this guy has a lot of records and this guy only has the one. So you can just do it this way. I prefer to switch just because I'm OCD or something. And somebody's already added a picture. So we're going to, we know it's the same person. We don't need to look. So I'm going to say, yes, continue. And there's nothing that I need to change because this is going to attach that record to the right Roosevelt. So you can't quite see it because it's off the page, off of what I'm recording, but I'm going to push the word continue. And then I'm just going to say that record contains very little information and finish the merge. Now I'm going to show you, I'm going to go back to the source linker. Here's our Roosevelt guy with all the right things. I'm going to go back to the source linker. I'm going to refresh. And now there's our Roosevelt. And now after I finish this recording, I'm going to go merge everybody else. And it's finished.